Alright, I had a break in between recording just now. And would you believe it, I've just played this game and recorded for well over an hour, but it turned out that my microphone had arbitrarily decided to stop working. So yeah, I've played this for an hour and it's all useless, all the footage I got, and... Well, I decided rather than look at the bad side of it, I'll just get on and move ahead. Anyway, first thing I need to do is double check my graphics settings are all correct, because the game is... Thank you for apps. The game is being a bit weird in that department at the minute, so just hold on a second. Right, yeah, everything should be working as intended. I do have anti-aliasing set to 4 times, but it seems to be making absolutely no difference whatsoever. I'd love to know why that is. But anyway, back to the game. Okay, so we've had a sleep. Not the most restful one, probably, that Slade's has had in a while, but at least the bed was comfortable. So, first things first, we're going to sit down here, and we've got a few things to do. First of all, we need to grab something to eat. All we've got really is some bread and some ash yams left, really. So we'll nom some of them. We've also got to do a little bit of repair work on our armour, before I forget to do that. It's in a bit of a sorry state. Oh, well, that was successful, wasn't it? Not. And we've also got some books to burn. We need to get rid of the Chronicles of Nishulev. No, we don't. No, we don't. We're keeping that. I need to get rid of all these copies of Nagasta Kvate Kvarkis. A bunch of gibberish written in Slode. Yes, an obscure text in the language of the Slode, purportedly written by the Second-era Western necromancer Nagasta. So yes, this is going in a fire, and so is Corpse Reparation Volume 3, which I've also got in my inventory as well, which is practically a how to be a necromancer manual. So yes, we're going to burn that too. Now, there was a fire pit down here somewhere, as I recall, so that shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. Bone walkers. Ah yes, it's down there. Marvellous. I do like this little bit of music that's playing in the background, by the way. I think it's from Lord of the Rings. It's part of the bit from when they're in the mines of Moria, and I absolutely adore that entire part of that film, including the soundtrack. So, anyway, let's burn these damn books. No. Get rid of you, and get rid of you. So Theus is not a big fan of burning books on general principle, but these are an exception. I've been thinking about what I did with the necromancers earlier, basically slaughtering them all, and while I think it was harsh, but it was fair, because when you think about it, necromancers are a kind of villain to the average dark elf like no other, because you see... Right, that's all of them, isn't it? They're all burning nicely. Excellent. Right. Let's wipe our hands of that profane nonsense and carry on. Because, anyway, as I was saying, you know, profaning the remains and the resting places of one's ancestors is, to a dark elf, a sin incomparable with anything else, really. Their ancestors are very, very sacred to them. So you have to look at this through the eyes of a dark elf like Thedas, you see. Especially one that's one of the temple faithful like he is. So to him, abominations like vampires and necromancers simply need to be killed. Wiped clean from the face of Tamriel. As far as he is concerned, his hatred for them is unmatched. And we're going the wrong way. His hatred just blinded him to the direction he's supposed to be walking in. Also, I need to grab a torch before we leave here, because I've realised I don't have any torches. All I have is a light spell, which is actually kind of crap, and I need a torch. So, unfortunately I can't take any of these, because they're wall-mounted jobbies. Thanks, game, for lagging out on me again. Also, we appear to have a disease I've just noticed in the top right corner, so let's get rid of that. What is it, out of interest? Ash Chancer. Fine. And away it goes. This way. No, is that it? No, no torches for us. Have to just keep on blundering through the dark with our crap little light spell. Because we're going to need one very soon. And since I've already played this ahead for an hour once, I know exactly what's going to be happening. Right, so, it is... Oh, enemies nearby. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. It is 8:24 AM. It's time we got going. I need to switch this to meet Solmatul now, since that's where we're going. So this way. We're going to have to go for a swim, which means we're probably going to get jumped by a dozen slaughterfish at least. Never mind. No two ways about it. Going to have to take a dip in the what must be actually fairly cold freaking waters, because we are, when you think about it, kind of level with northern Skyrim at this point. I mean, you think about it, look, like Solstheim, if we were on Solstheim, we'd be covered in snow at this point, at this kind of latitude on the world map. Or is it longitude? I can't remember which, but anyway, yeah. See where we are there? Yeah, it's pretty freaking cold up here. And when you think about it, if you go this way towards Skyrim as well, you know what the northern coast of Skyrim is like if you've played Skyrim, so... I must admit, though, that is a little bit confusing. I mean, because at this latitude, Skyrim is covered in snow and ice, but here, there's an ash desert. It makes very little sense, but anyway. Let's not swim towards the Daedric ruin. Swarming with Daedra. It's probably not a great idea. I mean, Phaedrus is... There's no problems with charging into a Daedric shrine and murdering everyone inside. However... we are very low on supplies at the minute, both food and also specifically health potions, and our armour is damaged, our weapons are in a bit of a sorry state, and we really need to get moving to this Urshulaku camp and get the hell out of the wasteland and back to civilization as soon as we possibly can, because you know, the whole trip up here is actually brought us kind of to the brink, really, in terms of how long we can really stay out here. We need to get back and get our stuff repaired, buy some more things, all that kind of stuff. I also have a lot of gold. A lot of gold. And I'm wondering what to do with it, really, because, well, obviously a certain amount of it we're going to need for our own purposes. After all, adventuring around and slaying the enemies of the Tribunal is not a cheap affair. However, we still have, I think, in spite of that, far more gold than we actually need. So I need to think of something to do with that. I'm not sure what yet, though. I mean, if we were playing Oblivion in Cyrodiil, one of the things I would do with this kind of character is I would sort of donate gold to beggars and things. However, this being Vardenfell, and it being ruled by the Temple, you can say what you like about the Temple, but one of the things they do take care of, and it's one of the things Caius actually points out when you talk to him about the subject, is that the Tribunal takes good care of beggars and the like. You don't see a lot of them around at all, in fact, in Vardenfell. It's because they're all taken care of by the Temple. And in fact, I think, as I recall, there is a priest in one of the churches in Cyrodiil who, if you go talk to him, he's a dark elf, and he used to be member of the Temple before the Temple actually, well, you know, that'd be spoilers, but anyway, he used to be a priest in the Temple, and hang on, thanks game, he used to be a priest in the Temple, and one of the things he kind of wishes the Imperial Church did was take care of the poor a bit more like the Temple did. Now then, there's something around here that wants to kill me. It's probably a fish, so I'm going to leave it alone. There are also cliff racers flying around here and stuff as well, so... And that over there, I think, in the distance, should be Solstheim, although I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it is. So yeah, we'll go there at some point, by the way. We'll also go to Mournhold as soon as I'm able to. Although I'm not sure, I probably won't be able to do the Tribunal quests or the Blood Moon ones, because they've not been fully implemented yet in the mod. So, and I don't really want to do half the quest line and then just have to stop. Much in the way I'm having to stop recording every now and again, because I've been playing this for quite a while now. Since I was recording all that stuff earlier, which is now useless because my mic wasn't working, and the game's slowing down quite a bit. But anyway, at least the stupid battle music's gone away, and that looks like the camp over there. Brilliant. Right, well, let's go and have a sit down over here, because I want to go over the, and by I kind of mean Thedas. I'm going to keep slipping out of third person and first person really when it comes to this, because, you know, it's just one of those things. I'm used to talking in the first person when it comes to Let's Plays, but anyway, I need to sit down here and have a look through some of the notes, if we've still got them, from San Subani about the Ashlanders. Just to, just to refamiliarise ourselves with the customs and stuff, because we don't want to go blundering into this place and offend everyone in sight, do we now? Right, yeah, okay, we did it. They don't like sorry, not Ashlanders, they don't like foreigners. Ashlander courtesy, okay. Ashlanders may challenge a stranger who enters a yurt without invitation, so we mustn't do that. Customs differ with different tribes, but leave when requested and you may be forgiven. Be particularly careful about Ashkans, tribal chiefs, and wise women, tribal seers and counsellors. Some are welcoming, some are hostile. Be courteous and leave if requested. If offended, they may attack. When challenged for sport, it is acceptable to decline. When challenged for honour, it is shameful to decline. Honour challenges come from offence given in speech or action, or may represent customary formal challenges of status or ritual. Yeah, that's... okay, the Ursulaku Ashlanders. The Ursulaku are the Ashlanders of the northern Ashlands and the West Gash, in the northwest of Vardenfell. Ashkan Sulmatul is their chief, a brave and respected war leader and warrior protector of the Nerevarine cult. Nibani Mesa is their wise woman, a deep and shrewd counsellor and seer of the Nerevarine cult. The Ursulaku camp moves with the herds, but usually lies close to the Sea of Ghosts, north of the village of Margan and the northern coast of the Ashlands. Okay, so basically, do not go blundering into anyone's yurts. If challenged for honour, it is shameful to decline, and if challenged for sport, it's totally okay. And that's kind of all we need to remember. And just be nice. So, right. Is there anyone we can speak to? How about you? Yeah, okay, I get it. You don't like me very much. Let's see. Can we talk? You want to speak to Sulmatul? You want to speak to Nabani Mesa? They sent for you. Thedas is going to be honest with them. There's no point in lying to them. It would probably only come back to bite me in the arse later anyway, so no, they haven't. If they've not sent for you, you will not speak to them. You are an outlander, and Sulmatul is our chief, and Nibani Mesa is our wise woman. They will not speak to you. You're very helpful, aren't you? But I want to speak to them about the Nerevarine prophecies. It is not a matter for idle talk with strangers. Why should I trust you, outlander? Fine. Have a big old bag of gold. There you go. Now what do you think? What does an outlander have to say to an Ursulaku of the Nerevarine prophecy? Now, Thedas, I don't think, would say immediately, I fulfill the prophecies, because he's not entirely convinced himself. That's why he's here, to kind of find out, you know. So he was going to say, I know little, will you teach me? I am not surprised you are ignorant, outlander, and it is not my job to teach you. Okay then, well... You're an outlander and you wish to talk to the Nerevarine prophecies. You are polite and well-mannered for an outlander, and I do not think you mean to give offence, but why should you care about the Nerevarine prophecies? Well, okay, so apparently she will not teach me, but let's say that we may fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies. I think that's Yeah, that would still kind of keep with character, and it's the only thing I can do anyway. I do not believe what I am hearing. You think you are the Nerevarine and wish to speak to Sul Matul and